Hello everyone, welcome to It's a Nerdy Thing. For today's session, we have a very special guest with us, Charity Brandsma, the author of Legends of the Ancient Spring Through the Dark. Welcome, Charity.
Hi, thanks so much for having me.
So how are you doing today?
Well, I just cleaned up toddler pee from the bathroom floor, so I think I'm good.
So good evening. I think I should say good morning to you.
Yes, it's morning here.
So good morning then. So with your permission, I would like to introduce you to the audience first. So Charity Brandsma is a writer, blogger, singer, a caring mother and thinker who loves to ask the hard questions in life. I think that is why she opted to complete her master's in apologetics and philosophy. She lives in Raleigh, North Carolina, in United States of America with her husband and a 2-year-old son. Currently, she is working on a book series and music album. The first book of the trilogy, Through the Dark, is about to launch, for which I'm very excited. I have to say that. So, welcome, Charity. Are you ready
Yes.
for the session?
Let's talk.
Okay. So, tell me first, Charity, that how do you manage to do from masters? You're currently doing your masters as well as you're writing your book. Moreover, you are a mother for a 2-year-old son. So how do you manage?
It's a great question. I am very precise with my time. I try and have a really good mix of having a rest day at all times. So I try to not go a week without having a day where I don't work. And I think that gives me the rest and the energy to then work hard the rest of the week. I have also created times. So I know in the morning I work on my schooling. And then when my son gets back from preschool, I spend time with him. When he's napping, I work on my book. And then after that, I love my family and hang out with my family. So part of it is knowing when I'm going to do things. And when it's time to do those things, really zoning in and making sure that I'm doing them and not getting distracted. Because
you
if I...
time schedule.
What was that?
You compart your time schedule.
I do, yeah. Mostly because as much as I love writing and I love school, if I'm not careful, I could let those things take over my family life. And for me, that comes first. So I try and make sure I have timing very precise.
That's a very good advice for everyone out there, all the working mothers and aspiring authors who are also studying. So that's a very good advice that you have given to everyone out there. So I'm sure the audience will be curious to know about what your book is about, Through the Dark. What is it about? Can you explain to us?
Absolutely. So this book is about the land of Alarin. And in this land, there are about 4 main kingdoms. Each of them are trying to get back to this utopia that they used to have thousands of years ago. And the way that they do it is through very different means. One kingdom named Anaratha is going to do it through trying to be perfect and pious. And they're looking for the heir of the prophecies, which means someone who's going to be absolutely morally perfect, not do anything wrong. So their kingdom is really, really built on this thought of perfection will lead us to utopia. Another kingdom in the northern Brens is going to think they can get there through having no morals at all. They're just going to be a big party kingdom. Another nation in the Botani Mountains will think they can get back to utopia by separating themselves from the world. Another will think they can get back to utopia through twisting and perverting things for their own good. So what will happen is all of these kingdoms are basically going to start to realize that they've gotten it wrong. And main character Mika Lathia is going to find herself in a situation where she is racing against time to save thousands of lives and learn the truth of how they get back to a utopia.
Oh, sounds so interesting. I am so I'm waiting for the release of the book so that I can dive into that world. It's so interesting. So you are a blogger. I know that you are a blogger. So what inspired you to become an author?
Yeah, so if I'm being really honest, about last January, so January 2020, I realized that I am naturally talented in many things, and because of that, I will work as hard as my natural talent gets me, and then I'll give up when I actually have to put hard work into it, or when I actually have to grow. So I've always been talented at writing and speaking, but once I reach the end of that talent, I kind of like, okay, this is hard and scary, I give up. And I read a book by Andrew Peterson named Adorning the Dark, and was so convicted over how I have been wanting to do things for my own fame. Like, I've been wanting to write, and I've been wanting to sing, I've been wanting to do everything just to make myself like popular and famous. And I realized in that moment that for me, it was a matter of faith in saying, like, Lord, I want to do things to honor you and not to honor myself. And so for the first time, January, I said, I want to write a good story, one that has depth, one that isn't just like, one of the like kind of ones. Yeah, one of the like kind of lame, shallow stories. I want to write a good one that Jesus himself would enjoy reading over a cup of coffee up in heaven. So I spent 2 weeks planning. I just had an open notebook, and I just like created the world of Lauren for 2 weeks before even starting the story. And that's what inspired me to write, was how can I write a good story that makes people think and has depth and, charming characters, and not for my own fame, but for the sake of honoring the Lord and loving others well.
I think after reading your book, even Jesus might be like, I should create another world named Lauren. Do that. That might happen.
That is so fun.
And we might find out of nowhere, we might find an island named Lauren, and then we would be like, okay, this was created by Charity.
I'll live on it.
Count me in.
So fun.
So you're simultaneously launching a music album with the same name. Can you please tell us something about that?
Yes. So the whole album started when I was writing a scene for main character Mikaleithia, and I was so overcome by the emotions of the scene, probably because a lot of these scenes come from, parts of my own past or things I've struggled with. And I was so overcome that I stopped writing. I got up and I wrote a song about it. And when I showed it to friends and family, they were like, oh my gosh, this is the best song you've written. And I realized some of my other best songs had come through reading books, and that I am so inspired by books that they can end up into songs. So I wrote this album because I was like, oh my goodness, how fun would it be to be able to listen to the inner thoughts of characters while you're reading a book. So that's what I did. And now Luick will have a song, main character Luick, Sarah, Mikaleithia, Bellic, and then The Prophecy is actually a song. So it'll be a 5-song album.
So basically the connection between the book and the album is that the songs are inside the mind of the characters. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're either inside. No, they are all. Yeah, they're all inside the mind of the characters. So if the character could be encompassed into a song, their background and their inner desires, that's what the songs are.
That's so cool. That would be like a Disney movie.
What? Yes. Well, if Disney wants to buy my book, I won't say no.
Yeah, definitely. I really wish you luck. I really hope that your book converts into a Disney movie. That would be something to look out for. You even have 5 songs. Like Disney won't need to make songs for itself for every character.
Yeah, they can just pay me more.
Yeah, so true. So when is the album being launched?
I am shooting for, so what we decided to do is we're actually going to release 1 song per week after the launching. And I think that's really helpful because I may change that, to be honest. I'm still thinking through what is going to honor people more. But I think we're going to release 1 song each week after the book is launched. That way, probably the song will be released around the time you get to that point in the book. So the first songs that will be released is The Prophecy and then Meek Lathea's song. And those should be coming out around August 1st.
Okay. But if people are like me, they might, just binge read the whole book within 2 or 3 days, then what will happen?
I know, that's honestly, you are the reason that I may just release the whole thing. We'll see. I will try my best. Unfortunately, the music for me takes a little bit more work because you've got mixing instruments and a lot of things that I can't just do all by myself. And it's all new. I'm not like a seasoned musician. I'm like a mom at home trying to write an album. So I'm figuring it out.
Like you are a mom and you are also writing a book as well as, you're composing a song, so that you're doing multitasking, like you're a superwoman. We should write a book on you,
Oh man. Oh, I think it may be either really boring or too crazy sporadic to enjoy.
I'm very certain that it would be a super duper hit.
Thank you.
So who inspires you?
Wow. So do you mean as a writer or as a person?
As a person and as a writer. You can name 2 people.
Yeah, I think as a person, probably one of my biggest inspirations is my husband. He is a listener. He loves people through listening and serving. I've never met someone that loves so well. And he's totally opposite in talents than me. And I think he pushes me to want to love people better and think about myself less often. And then as a writer, you probably have not heard of him. I'm really sad he's not more famous. Robert Jordan, he wrote the series The Wheel of Time Chronicles, and it's 14 books, and oh my goodness, I have been floored and amazed by those books. So he was kind of who I was like, man, if I could write more like him, then I will be satisfied.
Wow, that's cool. I would definitely like to read his books. Like 14 books is a lot of commitment, but I'll definitely try to do that. And how many days did you complete those 14 books?
How many months, she said?
In how many days or how many months did you complete those 14 books?
Oh my gosh. Well, so I was pregnant and I had no job at the time. So I was kind of just a stay-at-home pregnant lady. So I think I finished them in like 3 months. Yeah.
That's so good. So you are aware of the situation of COVID-19.
Yes.
So is there a situation of complete lockdown in US too?
It really varies where you're at. I think some cities are very locked down. Some cities are taking many precautions, like stores can only have 50% capacity and you have to wear a face mask. But yeah, it just varies per city. I think here in Raleigh, it is not too bad, but we have to wear masks. There can't be too many people in a store, all of those things.
So what are the habits you have inculcated during this pandemic situation to improve yourself while staying at home?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, my son is home full time, which that changes everything. So I have been trying to wake up at around 6 and do writing work from 6 to 8. Oh. And then when he wakes up, I, do breakfast with him and hang out. And then around his nap, I do 2 hours more. So it's kind of just shifting around when I do things. And a lot of it is really just trying to maximize the time when my rambunctious little boy is asleep, and then be able to spend time with him or do things that don't take a lot of brain work while he's awake.
So basically you try to balance your time between taking care of your son and writing the book.
Yeah, and I think I picked up some hobbies in like drawing and art because I've always loved to do that. So when I do have free time, being able to relax through like painting.
So you're a painter too?
A poor one, but
I must say, you're a multi-talented artist. Like, obviously, you can paint, you can write, you can sing. What else is left?
Man, I could. I can't juggle.
You can dance?
No, you don't want to see me dance. It'd be bad.
I would love to see you dance someday.
Yeah, I can do this. That was a worm. That's it. That's all I can do.
This.
Yeah.
Okay. So, any book that you read, like, which is the best book you read during this quarantine?
Wow, so this is a little bit interesting. Since writing my own book, starting it, I actually have not read a fiction book until about a week ago. And I don't know why that is. If it's just my creativeness had to be poured into something and I didn't have time or what, but I could not get into another book while I was writing. So I have picked up a book recently and I didn't really like it. I don't want to say the name because I don't want to put the author down. But now I've started The Betrothed by Kara Klass. So I'm starting that up to see how I like it. So unfortunately, I can't name like a favorite book.
I think you were avoiding to read fiction books because you were scared to get diverted. I think.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So what are your plans for your next book?
Yeah, so I'm already almost a fifth of the way through it. And my hope is to have it done, honestly, out by next summer. It is a very different feel from this book, mainly because I'm not going to give too much away, but so much character development's happened. So the feel of it is a little bit different and I'm already loving it. Very emotional and that's exciting.
Emotional means many deaths take place in the second book?
Yeah, yes, but good emotions. Yeah, I hope. I don't know. You guys love to see. I don't want to spoil.
Yeah, no spoilers for the book. That's really great. So can you please tell our audience when your book is being launched? And on which platforms will it be available?
Yes. So August 1st, it will be available on Amazon, Kindle, paperback, and ebook format. And we are honestly kind of sifting through what other platforms we will put it on. So if you guys have suggestions, ones that you use in different countries or different areas, send them my way because I would love to make it available to you.
Wow. I'm very certain that everyone on 1st of August will definitely buy your book either in Kindle if you have lockdown in your cities, or definitely order the paperback edition. I myself will order the paperback edition because the cover of the book is very pretty. You have to check this out. On behalf of the audience, I would definitely request you to sing the song of the album. Please.
Okay. Because I have Mikalethea's song on my profile, if you guys go and look at it, you get a sneak peek of this first song I wrote for this album. I will sing a different song, so you guys aren't just getting a repeat. You are the first to hear this one, and it will actually be the prophecy put into song. So you guys will get to hear a little bit of what the whole book's about. Let me just drink some water so I don't sound like a dying cat.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay. From the ashes, one perfect will free the land from ancient curses to the days before. Twisted and brothers slain, light cries out for justice. The land it dies until the springs replenish. So children wait for the perfect one who will lead the pure into the sun. Children wait, children wait, children wait.
Wow, wonderful. Like seriously, I so enjoyed it. I'm waiting for the album to be released. Like, I have to clap.
Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing. Seriously, I am so certain the audience will be loving this song, because I personally like to relate. Since I'm an Indian and we have Bollywood, and in Bollywood, like it's like Disney, every scene has a song of its own. So we love to connect the books and the songs. So I'm very certain the audience, Indian audience specifically, would love it, and all the Disney lovers out there will definitely love your book.
I'm so glad. I love people being able to understand the characters in a deeper way.
Yeah, and songs are a very good way to communicate emotions.
Yeah.
I'll be the one waiting for the songs, and I think I'll read the book.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah,
you are encouraging me to get them all out.
Yeah, because I'm someone who will complete. I'm very certain I'll complete your book within like maybe 2 or 3 days. How many pages are the book for?
It's going to be about 300, I think.
Okay, that's cool. 2 days at maybe 2 days. Okay. Yeah. So, do you want to say anything to the audience?
Yeah, I would just say that when you read this book, don't be afraid to ask hard questions, to think deeply, and to really pursue truth in your own life, because in the end, I love telling a good story, but I want us as a generation to think hard about who we want to be and where we want to go. So with that, enjoy the book, think hard, and DM me, follow me. Please feel free to get into conversation with me over things you read about in the book. I love those kind of things. So DM's open. I'm here.
Definitely, I'll give the link of your Instagram account down below, so that people can DM you down there what their experience was regarding the book. I am very certain, at least I will be the one fangirling you that this character was amazing, I hated the villain or something. I don't know how I'll feel about the characters. If I want to cry, I would be like, how can you kill my favorite character?
Oh man.
Thank you so much, Charity, for giving us your precious time. And I want to say all the best for your book. I am very certain that it will be an international bestseller.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me. I appreciate this.
So it's a wrap for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed having this session with Charity. Thank you so much, Charity, for being with us today.
Yes, thanks for having me. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye. Thank you so much.